Hello, everybody, and we are the Squared Circle Jerks here to review WWE Fastlane!
I was more of an ovoid shape myself.
I mean, yeah, I suppose.
I do suppose.
We were going to do this last night right after the pay-per-view, but someone had some internet problems.
Indeed I did. Not really sure what happened, but we were most of the way through the excellent Charlotte Flair Ruby Riott match, and then my internet went down, and nothing worked, and nothing was working, and finally it chose to work right when Mr. AJ Styles was in the ring, and he don't want none, he don't want none, he don't want none, but we'll get to that.
Indeed, you have seen everything I
have, yeah. I went back and I rewatched, I think, the last half of the Charlotte Flair Ruby Riott match, and then I watched the main event, and then I watched the pre-show and watched the six-man tag challenge.
It's a little disappointing that we're doing this now as opposed to last night, because I'm a little salty after watching Raw, so, you know.
That's understandable. I'd be salty after watching McMahon-Helmsley promos for 3 hours.
Actually, there was no McMahon-Helmsley.
I don't believe you.
There was Vince.
But okay.
All right, let's roll into this one. We opened up with Rusev versus Shinsuke Nakamura.
No, there was a pre-show match.
Okay, tell us about the pre-show.
It was awesome! My
just
God, it
Deputy
was great.
Dillinger.
No, actually, everybody involved was great because Ty Dillinger, Breeze comes out, then Fandango comes out, crowd goes nuts. Ty Dillinger comes out next, and the crowd went even more nuts. And then you had Mojo, you had the Lunchables come down, and then you had Mojo come down, and people seem to be kind of still behind Mojo Rawley, so it's kind of cool. At one point, Gable early on called Breeze a joke, and then, refused to. I can't remember if he refused to wrestle him or what the fucking deal was, but Fandango tagged in. And I think it was your boy Deputy Dillinger handed him some wrestling headgear. And so he essentially challenged Gable to a collegiate wrestling match, which didn't last very long. Like, Gable pulled one reversal on him, and he's like, fuck this. And he took his headgear off and, tagged out immediately.
That seems ill-advised to take that approach.
It was really awesome. I enjoyed the shit out of it. And then it was kind of everybody kind of got their stuff in as quickly as they could, but it was still really well worked. And I can't remember who got the pin. Might have been Dillinger got the pin.
From what I've heard, I believe Dillinger.
Yeah, but either way, it was really good, and I really enjoyed it. So, anybody who didn't enjoy it is clearly wrong. And also probably a Nazi.
Then we move on to the main card with Rusev Nakamura.
Which was awesome.
Yeah, this was really, really good. I enjoyed it. It's not the best match either of these guys have had, but it was a hell of an opener.
Exactly. Well, I think it's probably the best match these two have had together ever.
The only nitpick is the heel hook spot. If you're gonna do MMA shit, do it right. It's just kind of what it comes down to.
Yeah, the fake MA, I keep calling it that because that's exactly what it is. The fake MA stuff that they're doing isn't well worked in the day and age of I don't know how many fights a WWE fan has seen, but I'm assuming some fights, because there's a large amount of crossover between the two brands.
The problem is that even if you assume the majority of your fans have never seen an MMA fight, then why the heck would they be interested in seeing the MMA translated into professional wrestling?
Yeah, if they're not already in that camp, then what are you doing?
The thing is, the people who are really going to be into that kind of stuff are the people who also are going to be able to tell that it's fake as shit.
Yeah. Yeah, so, and the stuff that looks real, Shayna Baszler stuff looks really real because she knows how to do it. The stuff that we can see through, just average wrestling fan is not going to be able to see through. You can work a choke and you can make it look tight as fuck when we know it's not tight as fuck, and it's fine.
They did a pretty decent job with the guillotine outside of the fact that Nakamura, no part, made use of his legs, which...
Yeah.
Standing guillotine you can do, but you're not standing guillotine a guy the size of Rusev.
No, he will just plant you into the ground and it will be hilarious.
Although Mirko Cro Cop Pat Barry might disagree.
That's correct.
Anyways, Nakamura hits 2 Kinshasas to get the victory, 1 to the front and 1 to the back of the head. And
I'm actually kind of happy they did it that way.
I'm pleased. I'm pleased with, like I said, if you take away the heel hook, I'm pleased with everything about this match. Rusev looks strong. Nakamura looks strong heading into Mania. Everything was accomplished that you want to be accomplished in this match.
Yeah. The only thing I didn't agree with was that Rusev was obviously trying to work heel. Aiden English came out and cut a mildly heel song. Like, it wasn't a big deal, but he talked shit about wherever the fuck they were. But it was only one line in his little promo, so it wasn't that big a deal. And then Rusev did a couple of heel things, but it wasn't a big deal. It just kind of, I would have much rather watched like an really over face against really over face.
I would have,
and everybody comes out strong.
I would in general have Rusev face, especially when you consider that this is a brand and roster that has Randy Orton, Bobby Roode as faces. There's a tremendous amount of miscasting on the SmackDown roster right now.
Yes.
You could argue even Sami Zayn is a really, really good heel, but he is a better face.
Yeah, exactly. So it's the only nitpick I have about this match is that I would have rather they did the character work differently. Other than that, fucking great stuff.
Then we had the U.S. title match, Randy Orton challenging champion Bobby Roode, the Glorious One.
Yeah, this match was pretty boring.
I'm hearing a lot of praise for this match, and I'm going to be honest, I don't feel it. It was not bad. I was not angry at any point. It was not offensive. It was what I thought it would be. Bobby Roode does not make the greatest babyface, and Randy Orton doesn't make a very good babyface. So you had 2 guys who are naturally heels working babyface and working at a relatively slow, methodical pace. It was as good as it was going to be. I guess I'll give you that.
Yeah, I would have much. If you're gonna work Randy Orton babyface, he needs to not be babyface. He needs to be a heel that is just having a shitload of fun. That's a Randy Orton babyface scenario.
Anti-hero at the best.
Yeah, exactly.
The only thing I'm going to crap on particularly is the fact that they have this dumb storyline of Bobby Roode is a rising young star. He's gonna have to prove that he's ready for Randy Orton and that he's the next Randy Orton. He's 40 years old. Mind you, that's just a sign of the company, really, that, they got their claws into some guys way too late.
Yeah.
You pointed out, of course, why is Jinder Mahal watching this match in his trunks?
Yeah, it was pretty brutal. I don't know how dumb they think I am, but apparently they think I'm fucking stupid.
Yeah. Randy Orton got the win with an RKO after Bobby Roode came off the top for I don't know what that was really supposed to be be honest.
I believe OSW refers to that as an air nothing.
I mean, it was kind of a shoulder block, but that's a little lame.
Yes.
So, dumb face move. So, yeah, not only is Bobby Roode a really not particularly charismatic face, he's a dumb face. So good work.
Yeah, and then Jinder Mahal, surprise, comes down and is... Now, see, I was bored, and I had to pee. So I went and I peed. And the match was going on, and I walked back through the living room on the way to get myself another glass of water, and and I saw the finish, and then I go and refill my glass, and I come back, and Jinder Mahal's just pissed off in the center of the ring, just so angry, just unbelievably mad, and I'm walking back to the viewing station, going, why are you angry? What possible reason have you to be angry? You've been outclassed, and you shouldn't even be there in this feud.
He's angry because he's Jinder Mahal. Anyways, Bobby Roode stands tall with a pair of glorious DDTs. I mean, your problem here is that you're setting up a triple threat for the U.S. title, and you're setting up a triple threat for the IC title at Mania, and the Intercontinental one is going to be so much better.
Yeah,
I know you hate The Miz, but even you know that it's going to be a much better match.
One can hope. I mean, I'm now not enthusiastic about either of those matches. Now that you've made me think about it,
I'm still fairly.
Who are they going to get in? Who's involved with the Intercontinental feud?
Balor and Rollins.
Oh, that's going to be fucking garbage, dude. Rollins can't do anything with either of those guys. Balor's going to have to wrestle far below his talent level, and The Miz won't make any contact with anybody and just flop his hair around.
I disagree. I've actually been okay with Rollins and Miz's matches, and I think Rollins and Balor can do a lot of good stuff together. Miz and Balor seem to have like anti-chemistry, admittedly. I'm not really feeling their matches. Anyways, we go to the backstage where Sami is assuring Kevin Owens that he will lay down tonight for the title.
Indeed. And he's a man of his word.
Yeah, he's a man of his word. And then we go on to Naomi and Becky versus Natty and Carmella, and this was pretty bad, and I don't really have much to say other than Carmella super kicked Becky to get the win.
Yeah, I was not paying attention to this match at all. It was
very good.
It was bad. It started out bad. It continued to be bad, and everybody was. I didn't notice this per se at the time we were watching, but the Wrestle Talk fellows pointed this out, and everybody in every single match went for their finish early, in every single match.
Yes.
I didn't notice that, and I'm not sure why I didn't notice. But yeah, everybody. Yeah, it was kind of weird, and Naomi didn't. I don't want to keep picking on Naomi, but Becky Lynch clearly was the only thing interesting in this match, and that's really sad to say because Natalya is clearly the best wrestler in the match, and they barely let her do anything except rest holds.
She got a good powerbomb in, but yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, that was good. I did enjoy that. But Carmella can't even wrestle. Naomi's is a black hole of charisma, and always seems to blow 3 spots minimum per match. Which, I mean, if she only blew 1 spot per match, at least it would be like a drinking game. You could, hey, what's the 1 spot she's gonna blow? But no, it's always worse than that.
Yeah, that's definitely for sure. Then we moved on to the tag team title match, New Day challenging the Usos, and I really enjoyed this. This actually got me back into it.
Yeah, they were having a good match. I enjoyed the back and forth, the using each other's finish gimmick, or using each other's moves gimmick. All that stuff was pretty good.
And then the Bludgeon Brothers came out, and they laid waste to both of them. So
yeah, just when I was really getting into the match, they fucked it all up.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ!
Not really a fan with it. Not really a fan of that. I would have.
No.
I guess this is leading to also a 3-way, which again you're going to have a 3-way for the tag titles, 3-way for the U.S. title, 3-way for the Intercontinental title. It's a lot of 3-ways. A lot of 3-ways.
It's more 3-ways than even I'm comfortable with.
Yeah, they're not the 3-ways we want. No. Then we move. Well, after we had a long time of carting out the disabled tag teams. We got a AJ Styles promo where, basically standard stuff. He's going to win. And then Nakamura comes in to do his I'm going to beat you at WrestleMania thing while wishing him good luck. He goes, I know, I'm going to go to WrestleMania and I'm going to beat you. And that led us into Ruby Riott versus Charlotte Flair.
Which was really goddamn good.
This was freaking great. We started off with no seconds, but that kind of ended pretty quickly with the Riott Squad came out to distract Charlotte. And this led to the Riott kick coming into play. The going for the finish really, really early. But that was not enough to finish Charlotte off. Naomi and Becky made their way down after their loss in the tag team match to even up the odds a little bit, but they get suckered into going into the ring and they get ejected. But the Riotts also get ejected when they start assaulting Charlotte. So, at least the heels were as dumb as the faces.
Correct.
And this was just a really, really smoothly worked match. Really good. And Charlotte retains with the figure 8, which she was going to. You don't take the belt off her before Mania.
No, I don't. Listen, as much as it doesn't make any sense to have this match. Even having this match doesn't make any sense. That being said, they did a great job of making me forget the fact that this match was only going to end one way, and that it was complete bullshit that this match even existed.
And that was when Asuka came out.
And this was even better.
This was great.
She has all of the, would you like to call your body language?
We're going to have Queen versus Empress at Mania. Excellent.
I am down for that.
And then we had the 6-Packs Challenge, which Shane McMahon came down to be at ringside, and my notes say, so fuck finish confirmed!
Yeah, I, again, don't know. I don't know who thought this was a good idea, but it ain't.
Yeah, that kind of... not really... Not really down for that, particularly when you had the tension between Sammy and KO anyways that you could have set up to have one of them fuck the other one of the match.
Yeah, really didn't see the point in doing this. It was very strange.
We gotta remind you that they're feuding with Shane and we'll probably have a match at Mania. It's ugh.
Yeah,
it's not something I want to see.
And well, I mean some of the good news about this match finally having taken place is that we'll finally get some sort of answer as to exactly what kind of thing they're doing. Like, are we going to finally have... Because we had KO versus... we had AJ versus Shane last year, and that was really good. I enjoyed that match. And then we had... It seems as though everybody's got to pick a fight with Shane. It's really weird. Like, you can't just be the commissioner.
Yeah, I guess not. I like the start to the match, actually. We've seen it just handing out all the AAs for everybody so that he can have some alone time with AJ.
Actually did not enjoy that at all.
Did not.
That was the dumbest kung fu trope from the 70s I've ever seen.
I would have preferred it if they didn't just charge at him. Like, I liked the idea of getting everyone out of there for AJ, but it would have been better if, like, all right, everyone kind of pair off and do your brawls. Cena can, AA Baron Corbin out of the ring or something, and then go AA a couple other people out of the ring, and then face off with AJ. I didn't like the charging at them part. But
it's like, oh no, there's a gang of 20 people. Single file, please.
Yeah, but that's wrestling.
Yeah, I also didn't enjoy the fact that they made Dolph go last, so he looks like the dumbest motherfucker. That's
true. Ziggler does look like the dumbest motherfucker with that one, that's for sure.
Which was retarded.
Which goes back to the dumbass faces, because Ziggler's kind of a face. Don't really know.
I guess.
They did do a 5-on-1 beatdown spot on Cena, which, to be honest, would have been a better way to start this.
Yeah, well, it would have been better. Like, you have AJ hit somebody with something while Cena is nailing somebody with something, and you have them all clean house. You take care of Baron Corbin last because he's kind of a chicken shit bully, and then he's also a rookie, so you can do that way. Mm-hmm. Why would you have clearly the wily veteran eat the thing last? Are you people not smart in the head? Is there a clinical term I should be using here?
Developmentally disabled.
I will go with that. But other than that, the rest of the match I really rather enjoyed.
Yeah, I mean, it was a spot fest, so there's not a ton of storyline particularly to talk about, but there is some storyline to talk about. Let's get on to that.
Yeah.
Baron Corbin putting Ziggler through the plexiglass was kind of cool.
Enjoyable.
And KO there was a big announce table spot, of course. KO wants to put AJ through the table. He escapes. KO avoids getting put through the table by Cena, and it ends up being AJ going through the table anyways with an A. So, good work.
He just fucking picked him up and chucked him. That was awesome.
Sammy does offer the free win for KO, but KO is wary. He thinks he's gonna roll him up or small package him or something. So he picks him up, and then Sammy does small package him, leading into a brawl. Now, the interesting thing here is I wonder, did Sammy intend to screw KO, or was this a reaction to, like, you don't trust me? Fine, I'm going to be the snake.
Reaction to what, sorry?
The reaction to KO's complete lack of trust. Because remember, he's like, I'm a man of my word, and KO clearly didn't believe him. So,
yeah. Do
you go the route where it's like, I was, or at least the mind game route of, I was totally going to lie down for you, but you didn't trust me?
I don't know. I don't really care either way.
No,
as long as Sammy's easily able to con him into the next thing.
Yeah, I know. It's gonna be good either way. We did get an apron spot because we have to have an apron spot where KO got reversed into a back body drop by Sammy onto the apron. Everyone was down, which didn't make a ton of sense. Why was Sammy down there? I didn't really get that.
No idea.
Then we have, of course, the Shane fuckage because Sammy's getting up in Sammy's face or in Shane's face, and KO comes in and blasts Shane in the face by accident with a super kick, and then KO gets DDT'd. It's Sammy's time to shine for a moment here. In the end, though, it's KO getting a pin on Ziggler, but Shane screws him by pulling the ref out. And then he pulls Sammy out after a haluva kick. And here Byron Saxton trying to defend Shane on the first one. Like, of course he got kicked in the face. It's an understandable reaction to go in there and screw Kevin Owens over. And then he kind of finally gave up on it after Shane also screwed over Sami Zayn.
Yep.
So even Byron Saxton cannot buy Shane McMahon's shit right now.
Also true.
And we end up with some steps as weapons, which is, it's always cool. And Baron eats an AA on them and then gets pinned on the steps. What was with that? Why would that count?
I don't know. It doesn't make a ton of sense in my brain.
They've done like the submission spot on the steps, and that works. That's fine as long as it's also in the ring or it's some kind of stipulation that makes it work. But you're being pinned on the steps. You're not being pinned on the ring. That's not a 3 count, ref.
I'm fine with the submission spot on the outside because you're clearly just trying to cripple your opponent. So therefore,
I mean like the literal tap out. Don't get me wrong. I'm down for a submission hold anywhere.
Yeah, well, I don't care who taps out.
And Cena gets super kicked by Ziggler, but still manages to hit an AA on him, and he goes for a second AA. That's when he gets powerbombed by KO, and then AJ with the out of nowhere, because he's been out of this match forever after getting put through the announce table, forearm on KO, and he gets the pin and retains the title.
The Fantastic Five-Arm.
So, like I said, for a pay-per-view I wasn't remotely looking forward to, because I thought realistically the results were all very predictable, except for the U.S. title match and the throwaway women's tag match. Everything kind of delivered, except for, ironically, those 2 matches. So the really predictable stuff was still really good, even if I knew who was going to win. So that's quality work to the wrestlers, although not so much quality work to the writers and bookers.
I give it a solid 5 out of 7.
5 out of 7. This is a very weird scale you have.
I give it exactly 36 golden iguana heads.
This is like a rugby try for you?
Maybe.
I gave it a... Honestly, I'm going to go as high as a 4 out of 5.
Whoa.
The
now who's making things up? There was way more than 5 matches, sir.
The action was really good in the ring and delivered really well. I was happy after watching the pay-per-view, and that's become an increasingly rare thing in WWE. So perhaps my expectations are just really down. And you'll get a rant from me on Raw, don't worry. There's something I'm not happy with. I was happy with most of the show, but I'm not happy with a specific part of it.
Oh, baby, did you not enjoy it, Raw?
I did not enjoy it, Raw, no.
Well, phooey.
So, that's it for Fastlane, unless you want to add anything else.
No, not really. Other than, get Fashion Files back on TV, you stupid marks.
That would be nice. That would be very nice.
It's just too bad they're just giant marks for themselves. Otherwise, they would be able to let their talent get over.
Yeah, I don't... They've really dropped the ball on Fandango and Breeze. They had something there, and it's faded into the deep dark night.
Yeah, and Dillinger. I mean, there still are 10 chants on WWE TV that have nothing to do with anything because he's not on their TV, and they're still chanting for him. Still,
yeah,
there's money to be made. Make the money.
Instead, we're basically giving away the pay-per-view matches on TV.
Yeah.
So some definitive problems with SmackDown as a whole, and we'll see what happens as we head into Mania with that. Hopefully something good, but I'm not necessarily the most confident on that.
Give me something good.
All right, until next time, get up, Iron's Lawn.
Correct.